Yo, what's up? Welcome back to another episode of The Source. What a week we're having. Here we are on Wednesday. We've given out 9 tickets in all sports so far this week. All 9 in the green. 9 consecutive winning tickets. And my 3 favorite bets on NFL, number 1, 2, and 3, all hit. So spirits are high. And they need to be after the October and the beginning of November. That was horrible. So things look to be turning around, and I feel good about it. But let's talk some NBA. It's Wednesday, so we got a loaded slate. With college football slowing down, I should be able to put out more NBA stuff. So let's start with Cavs Sixers. Let's go.
Welcome to The Source. The Source. Source. Hey, get the Source.
All right, Philly on the road in Cleveland here. This line was Cavs minus 4.5, but check it out. By this morning, it's all the way down to 4, and everyone's betting Philly. I'm talking 98, 99% of the money on the Sixers, and the books drop a line again. Now we're looking at Cleveland minus 3.5, and this is something we're gonna have to keep an eye on. I honestly think this could continue to drop. So let's cap this game. If you subscribe to this channel, you already know the first step. We're running the numbers through the spreadsheet. According to the model, the line for this game should be Cleveland minus 4.74. So we're looking at a very slight lean on the Cavs. Second model saying 208.84 total points scored in this game. Right now the total is set at 211.5, so a very slight lean on the under. So let's break this matchup down, and apparently the Cleveland Cavaliers just can't play basketball on the road. Similar to Golden State. I mean, this team is 8-1, Cleveland is, 8-1 at home in Cleveland, 5-7 on the road. So yeah, the Cavs have lost 2 of their last 3, but they were on a 3-game road trip. Here they are back home. Now, this is the Cavs' second road trip of the season. If you remember, their first road trip, they went away for 5 games. When they came back, they got beat by the T-Wolves straight up in Cleveland. That's their only home loss of the year, was this exact spot. Their first game home returning from a road trip. But it's important to take note that Jarrett Allen did not play in that game against Minnesota. Cleveland's actually 7-0 at home when Jarrett Allen plays. But Jarrett Allen is not playing in this game either. Actually, the Cavs are just 1-3 this season without Jarrett Allen on the floor. That's going to especially hurt in this matchup because that's one of Cleveland's strengths. In the month of November, the Cavs are 3rd in the NBA, allowing opposing centers to hit just 48.6% of their field goals. And most of the credit for that belongs to Jarrett Allen on defense. Obviously, whenever you play the Sixers, you got to worry about stopping Embiid. And not only is Joel Embiid an elite center, but he's also very unique. You know that Embiid is 10th in the NBA in mid-range jump shot attempts, just 48th in shot attempts in the paint. So having Jarrett Allen's length and athleticism on the floor for Cleveland on defense would be huge in defending Joel Embiid from 13, 14 feet from the basket. Now, Evan Mobley is going to play the 5 for Cleveland, and he's definitely an athletic big, but he's been terrible on the defensive end this year. Did you know that out of Cleveland's 9-man rotation, their full 9-man rotation, Evan Mobley is the worst rated defender out of all of them? That means the Cavs are gonna have to roll a lot of extra coverage Embiid's way. I mean, Dean Wade is gonna be starting at the 4 for Cleveland. How are they going to stop? With all the attention they're going to have to give to Embiid, how are they going to stop Toby Harris from getting easy buckets? How are they going to stop Shake Milton from getting open looks? D'Anthony Melton. In case you haven't noticed, Shake Milton's been killing it on the offensive end for Philly. He's shooting over 55% from the floor in his last 5 games. I truly think the 76ers, even without Harden, who's been out for about a month, as we know, even without Harden, are about to come into Cleveland and score points on this Cavs defense. Now, on the other side of the court, obviously Cleveland's got their scorers out there. Darius Garland, Donovan Mitchell, they're going to get their buckets. But you want to know who's first in the NBA in overall defensive efficiency for the entire month of November? The Philadelphia 76ers. Philly was already having a great defensive season, and then Harden went down with an injury. And yeah, the offense has taken a little bit of a hit. Offense is a little stagnant at times without Harden, but the defense with Shake Milton starting at point guard has been taken to another level. I mean, you can make an argument that this is the best defense in the NBA right now, for real. So I'm riding with Philly's defense here, and also both these teams in their last 5 games are in the bottom 8 in pace of play. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take Philadelphia plus 3.5. I'm going to bet it now before it continues to drop. And I'm also going to take the under at 211.5, probably a half unit each here. If anything changes with those bets, I will let you know on Twitter. So give me a follow there if you're interested. Also, if you want the final tickets that we do for every sport. So for NBA, for example, it'd be bet of the day, probably like top 5 bets tonight, 2 or 3 parlays, some stuff like that. If you're interested in that, head over to KyleKirms.com or download the Sauce Network app.